All right, Patriots fans, strap in because this season has been a wild ride already, and we're only 7 games deep. It feels like we've lived through an entire roller coaster of highs, lows, surprises, and honestly, some moments that had you scratching your head. Now, before we dive into all the nitty-gritty, let's talk about some of the moves and plays that have really defined the Patriots' approach this year. One of the biggest stories, and honestly one of the smartest moves we've seen so far, revolves around Caleb Murphy. For those of you who haven't been following every single roster shakeup, let me break it down. Caleb Murphy was part of a situation with the Los Angeles Chargers, and, well, it did not go their way. The Chargers, in what many are calling a classic fumble, decided to release Murphy in favor of sticking with older, more established players. They brought back Khalil Mack, Denzel Perryman, and Bud Dupree, all veterans in their early to mid-30s, and let go of a young edge rusher who, while maybe not yet a superstar, brings a ton of upside and a lot of value on special teams. Now, on the surface, it might look like no big deal, veteran experience versus a developing talent, but when you dig a little deeper, the Chargers may have miscalculated in a major way. Murphy, while not immediately starting at edge, had shown promise, had the intangibles, the work ethic, and most importantly, the flexibility to contribute right away on special teams. That is a rare kind of player, especially one who is still young and moldable. And that's exactly where the Patriots swoop in. Mike Vrabel and the New England front office didn't hesitate. They know talent when they see it, and they know how to maximize it. Having coached Murphy in Tennessee in 2023, Vrabel already understood what this kid could bring to the table. Depth on the edge, special teams contributions, and room to develop into a bigger piece of the defensive puzzle. That is the kind of thinking that keeps the Patriots competitive year after year. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Is he going to start right away? Is he going to make a massive impact immediately? And the answer is no. That's not the point. The point is that Murphy is a chess piece. He's a player with potential, a player who can grow within the system, and someone who already provides tangible value without taking a gamble on a big contract or risking the chemistry of the starting lineup. That's smart management, and it's the kind of move that can quietly change the trajectory of a season without the fireworks. Let me also give you a little context on Caleb Murphy himself, because this is the part that makes the story even more interesting. He started out at Grand Valley State University, a school that may not sound familiar to a lot of fans, but it has produced some serious talent over the years. In fact, it's the same school my family has connections to, so there's a little personal pride here. Murphy transferred to Ferris State, where he won 2 national championships and set the NCAA record for sacks in a single season, 25.5 to be exact. That's no small feat, and it shows the level of dominance he brought even before stepping into the NFL spotlight. For a player from a Division II school to make it to the professional level and immediately provide depth and special teams value is a testament to both his talent and his work ethic. And it's not just stats or numbers. It's the mentality, the toughness, and the willingness to contribute wherever needed. Patriots fans know that type of player is invaluable. Now, while Murphy's addition is exciting, it also opens the door to some bigger questions about the Patriots' roster strategy this year. We've seen the wide receivers finding their rhythm, young players stepping up, and special teams showing flashes of improvement. The team isn't just adding pieces for the sake of it. They're adding strategic depth, players who can make a difference in multiple areas, and those who fit the culture and system. That's why Murphy's signing feels like more than just a roster adjustment. It's a statement that the Patriots are thinking long-term, thinking smart, and thinking about how every single move can maximize the team's potential. And when you contrast that with what the Chargers did, it becomes even more striking. Los Angeles went with loyalty over potential. They stuck with veterans who, sure, have experience, but whose ceilings are set, whose prime years are behind them. Meanwhile, Murphy was left on the table, a player with a high ceiling, someone who could have been developed for the future. Patriots swoop in, grab him, and suddenly the narrative flips. The depth, the flexibility, and the future potential all belong to Foxborough now. And that, my friends, is how you build a sustainable, competitive roster. But let's not stop there. This season, The Patriots have also been testing out new dynamics with other young players. Every game brings a new question. Who's stepping up? Who's showing that they belong in the system? Who could be developed into a cornerstone of the team over the next few years? The coaching staff has been incredibly hands-on, evaluating every snap, every play, and every situation to figure out not just who can contribute now, but who can grow into something even bigger. And Murphy fits that mold perfectly. He's not just a depth piece, he's a development project with immediate utility. He's the kind of player who makes special teams better, who provides options on the edge, and who also signals to other young players that hard work and adaptability can earn you a spot, even if you weren't drafted in the first round or don't have a huge profile coming in. That's the Patriots' philosophy in action, and it's why fans continue to watch, continue to trust, and continue to get excited about every move the front office makes. And it's not just about the additions, it's about context, history, and understanding where a player comes from. Murphy's journey from Grand Valley to Ferris State to the NFL is the kind of story that resonates with anyone who loves underdogs, anyone who believes in development, anyone who appreciates the details behind roster building. It's why fans start debates, why they get passionate about depth charts, and why every signing matters, even if it doesn't make the highlight reels right away. So, as we watch Murphy integrate into the team, as we see him on special teams and possibly in rotational defensive snaps, it's worth keeping in mind the bigger picture. He's a strategic piece, a development opportunity, and a player with history, grit, and potential that the Patriots know how to maximize. And honestly, seeing a Division II player make it at this level reminds us that football isn't just about the big names, the flashy first-round picks, or the household stars. It's about smart evaluation, hard work, and finding the hidden gems that other teams overlook. That's exactly what the Patriots did here. Now, while Caleb Murphy's addition has definitely made waves, the Patriots' roster strategy this season doesn't stop at one clever move. There's always chatter about potential signings, possible trades, and what the front office might be looking at next. One name that keeps coming up is Tyler Lockett. Now, don't get me wrong, Lockett is an elite receiver, someone with speed, route running precision, and the ability to change a game in an instant. But here's the thing, the Patriots are in a different place this year. Our wide receivers are starting to find their groove. Players like Stephon Diggs, Pop Douglas, and Hollins are really starting to show chemistry and rhythm on the field. Bringing in someone like Lockett could, on paper, look exciting, but in reality, it might not be the best fit for the system or the culture that the Patriots are building. There's always the temptation to chase big names, to bring in a proven star, and immediately expect fireworks. But the Patriots have always thrived when they focus on fit, development, and maximizing the collective talent on the roster rather than throwing in a single high-profile addition for flash. Lockett might want a fresh start after requesting his release from the Titans. And sure, it could be tempting to scoop him up, especially if the price is right. But sometimes, even when a player is great, timing, chemistry, and system fit matter more. Right now, the Patriots are shaping a team where players understand their roles, where young talent is growing into bigger responsibilities, and where every addition has to be strategic. A signing like Lockett might disrupt that balance, especially when the receiving core is beginning to perform cohesively. It's not a knock on his talent. It's just about context and priorities. And that's the beauty of what this season has shown so far. The front office is thinking carefully, not just reacting. They're evaluating who can provide immediate depth, who can develop, and who adds value without upsetting the balance of the roster. Murphy is a perfect example of this strategy, while Lockett, at least in my eyes, seems less urgent. But that doesn't mean there aren't other areas to watch. The Patriots have been quietly experimenting with rotations, giving snaps to different players, and testing the limits of the roster. Quarterbacks, receivers, tight ends, defensive backs, it's all under observation. Every game is a test. Every practice is an evaluation, and every decision reflects the mindset of building a competitive team that can contend not just this season, but in the seasons to come. And that's what makes watching the Patriots so compelling right now. It's not just the scores or the highlights. It's understanding the strategy behind each signing, each roster adjustment, and each developmental opportunity. Take special teams, for example. Murphy's role there may seem small to some, but special teams can change the outcome of games. Field position, coverage units, and even blocking schemes are all critical. A player who excels there provides immediate impact while also learning and growing into more significant responsibilities. That dual value is exactly why the Patriots targeted him when other teams overlooked the potential. And let's be honest, it's not just about the present. The Patriots are building a system where they can cycle talent efficiently. Young players get opportunities to contribute, veterans provide guidance, and the entire roster moves together toward a common goal. Every addition is like a chess piece, and the team is thinking several moves ahead, not just reacting to short-term needs. This season has already shown flashes of brilliance, moments that make you jump out of your seat, but it's the under-the-radar moves that often define long-term success. The Patriots' ability to recognize potential where others see risk, to integrate a young edge rusher who can contribute immediately, is exactly the type of calculated thinking that has kept them competitive over the years. And then there's the bigger narrative, how fans perceive these moves, how other teams respond, and how the media frames every decision. Patriots fans are passionate, and every roster adjustment sparks debates. But when you step back and look at the strategy, it's clear that Murphy's addition and the careful handling of other potential signings reflect a philosophy focused on long-term value rather than instant gratification. The team is balancing immediate needs with future potential, and that's why analyzing each move is so fascinating. It's not just a matter of who looks good on paper. It's about who fits, who develops, and who can make the team better overall. And that mindset extends beyond Murphy and potential receiver additions. It's evident in how the Patriots approach trades, how they evaluate free agents, and even how they manage contracts and roster spots. Every move is deliberate. Every decision has a purpose, and every player has a role to play. Fans may argue about who should start, who deserves snaps, or who might be the next breakout star. That's part of the fun. But beneath all that discussion is a well-oiled machine of evaluation, development, and strategic foresight. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a development that has sent shockwaves through the NFL, rumors are swirling that the New England Patriots are targeting TJ Watt in what would be a blockbuster trade. Sources close to the situation suggest that the Patriots have reportedly offered a deal involving linebacker Khalil Peppers and multiple draft picks to pry Watt away from the Pittsburgh Steelers. The reaction, however, has been nothing short of explosive. Steelers insiders have allegedly greeted the news with outright hostility, reportedly rejecting the offer with repulsion and making it clear that TJ Watt is considered untouchable in Pittsburgh. The rumored negotiations, according to whispers from the league, have created a tense atmosphere behind the scenes, with locker room insiders claiming that the talks have the potential to fracture relationships between front offices if taken seriously. For New England, the allure of Watt is clear. The three-time All-Pro pass rusher has been a cornerstone of Pittsburgh's defense, known for his relentless pressure on quarterbacks and game-changing plays. Adding him to a Patriots squad looking to return to prominence could instantly transform their defensive front. Yet the asking price, even for a team willing to make waves, seems almost prohibitive. Khalil Peppers has shown flashes of brilliance, but pairing him with multiple draft selections to secure what would be a seismic move by any standard. Speculation has only intensified on social media, with fans from both camps weighing in. Patriot supporters are thrilled at the possibility of acquiring a true defensive superstar, while Steelers fans are bracing for what they perceive as an insult. The scenario has sparked an online firestorm, with hashtags about Watt and the potential trade trending regionally. Analysts, meanwhile, are cautioning that the chatter may remain just that, rumor. But in a league where history has shown that shocking trades can happen overnight, no one is willing to completely dismiss the idea. Whether the story develops into reality or remains a tantalizing what if, The rumblings alone have stirred the NFL world. For now, the Patriots' alleged interest in Pittsburgh's reported fury have created a narrative straight out of a sports thriller, leaving fans and pundits alike on edge, wondering if what could be the center of the next massive NFL upheaval. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.